You've been at war with your own mind. For so long, you forgot what silence feels like. That voice, the one that replays every mistake, every regret, every moment you wish you could take back. It doesn't sleep. It waits for you in the quiet hours, in the stillness before dawn, in the space between breaths. You've tried to outrun it, distract yourself, numb it, but it follows. The ancient Stoics knew this war. They lived it, and they discovered something we've forgotten. Freedom isn't found by winning the battle against your thoughts. It's found by changing the way you fight. Today, I'm sharing 5 truths from Stoic philosophy that will teach you how to free your mind from the chains of toxic thinking, not by force, but by understanding. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Number 1, your thoughts are not you. This is the first truth, and it changes everything. There's a voice in your head telling a story that you're not enough, that you failed, that you'll never be who you want to be. And because that voice lives inside you, you believe it must be true. But Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in Rome, understood something profound. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You have power over your mind, not your circumstances, not your past, your mind. The thoughts that torture you, they're not facts, they're interpretations, stories your brain creates to make sense of pain. And here's what the Stoics realized. You're not the author of every thought that enters your mind, you're the observer. Imagine standing by a river. Thoughts float by like leaves on the water. Some are dark, some are heavy, but you don't have to jump in. You don't have to grab them and hold them close. You can watch them pass. The moment you stop identifying with every thought, you stop being controlled by them. You are not your anxiety. You are not your anger. You are not your shame. You are the one watching, and that changes everything. Chapter 2. Most of your suffering is self-inflicted. This one hurts because it's true. Epictetus, a philosopher who was born a slave, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Think about the last time your mind spiraled. Someone said something that cut deep. You made a mistake. You looked in the mirror and hated what you saw. The event itself, it lasted seconds, but your mind turned it into a story, a tragedy, a reason to suffer for days, weeks, months. The Stoics weren't dismissing your pain. They were saying this: the story you tell yourself about the pain is often worse than the pain itself. You replay the moment. You imagine what people think. You catastrophize the future. One wound becomes 1,000. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Most of your suffering doesn't come from what happened. It comes from the endless loop your mind creates afterward. So ask yourself, what story am I telling myself right now? Is it true, or is it just fear dressed up as fact? When you stop feeding the story, the suffering begins to dissolve. Chapter 3. You can't control most things, and that's your freedom. We spend our lives trying to control everything, outcomes, people, the future, and when we can't, we break. But the Stoics discovered something counterintuitive. The less you try to control, the freer you become. Epictetus divided life into 2 categories: things within your control and things outside of it. You control your thoughts, your actions, your responses. That's it. You don't control what people think of you, whether someone loves you back, whether you get the job, or how long you'll live. And the moment you accept that, the weight lifts. Toxic thoughts thrive on control. They whisper, "What if this happens? What if they leave?" And you spiral, trying to manage a future that doesn't exist. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present, not yesterday, not tomorrow, this moment." When you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, you stop wasting energy on ghosts. And in that surrender, you find peace. The peace of knowing you'll be okay either way. Chapter 4. Your pain has a purpose. We've been taught to avoid pain, to numb it, escape it, medicate it away. But the Stoics believed pain was one of life's greatest teachers. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Every person you admire has walked through fire, not around it, through it. And they didn't come out unscathed, they came out forged. Your toxic thoughts, they're not proof that you're broken, they're proof that you're growing, processing, becoming someone new. The mind doesn't grow in comfort, it grows in tension. In the moments when you face what you've been avoiding, when you sit with the discomfort instead of running, your pain isn't punishment, it's preparation. The question isn't, why is this happening to me? The question is, what is this teaching me? Chapter 5. Freedom is an inside job. You've been waiting for something outside of you to change, for the right relationship, the right opportunity, the moment when everything finally clicks. But the Stoics knew nothing outside of you will ever free your mind. Marcus Aurelius sat on a throne. He had wealth, armies, power, and still he reminded himself, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking, not in what you have, in how you think. This means you have to stop waiting, stop blaming, stop hoping someone else will fix what's broken inside. Your freedom doesn't come from changing your circumstances, it comes from changing your relationship with them. When you realize that peace lives within you, always has, always will, you stop being a prisoner to the outside world. You become the thing you've been searching for. The ancient Stoics didn't live easy lives. They lived through war, loss, exile, and death. But they discovered something timeless. Your mind can be your prison or your sanctuary. The thoughts that haunt you, they don't have to define you. You can observe them, question them, release them. Not at once, not perfectly, but slowly, intentionally, one breath at a time. If this resonated with you, subscribe, not for me, for you, because you deserve a reminder that you're stronger than the thoughts that try to break you, and you always have been.